STYLEZ, Rosenberg, and we have some special guests today. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, the Haitian Polo documentary.
It's on fire.
It's about to hit out here. What's your name? Introduce yourself to the people.
My name is Dr. Romulus, and I go by the name of DJ Scripz. Obviously, that's a hobby of mine, and I'm the producer of the Haitian Polo documentary that's about to drop November 1st at Kent Theaters.
And your name?
Judith Destin.
Judith Destin. So, if you want Rosenberg, I started the interview. Rosenberg, you could come in, I think, because Rosenberg was a polo head, too.
Oh, what?
Yeah, Rosenberg was at a time.
Rosenberg, what I got on?
Polo.
What kind of polo?
Classic teddy bear sweater, it looks like, underneath.
No, you dead wrong.
Okay, what is
That's
it?
not the teddy bear?
This is the
No, you're right. It's not.
It's the golf bag and the jacket.
Wow, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen one with just the golf bag.
Well, Brooklyn, New York, we did it so hard. Polo is kind of like food and oxygen to us. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the reason, and I was telling Dr. Romulus, the reason that I wanted to do this interview was because I think it's an interesting conversation when immigrants come to the United States about the challenges to kind of fit in, right? And for, obviously for hip hop and for a lot of people in the 80s and 90s, it was clothes. Right, it was what you were wearing, and then for people who get here, it's like what you don't have. If your sneakers ain't right, if your clothes ain't right, people making fun of you, right?
Our story is phenomenal. We have a phenomenal story in terms of how we acculturate and assimilated into this culture, and you already know because you're in the industry. There's a lot of Haitians in the industry, and that's one of the reasons I said, you know what? Let me surprise the world and show what we did and how we got here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So take us through the documentary. Is it predominantly takes place in Brooklyn because that's where you're from, correct?
Yeah, predominantly Brooklyn, but we film all over the city. Martin Luther King High School, because all the schools, believe it or not, they have one common denominator. It was the polo. You know what I'm saying? It was the fashion. But when you kind of dissect it, and you go into the stories, and you go into what made us, chase these things. Me being a Haitian young immigrant, it was beyond that. I had to wear the polo to get accepted. I had to wear, the Timberland boots, the Chuckers or Timberland, beef and broccolis and all that, just to get accepted and to dress a particular way so I won't get stigmatized by, the Jamaican kids, the Trinidadian kids, the African American kids.
When you hear the Caribbean kids talk about, being immigrants and coming in, and the black kids making fun of the newer black kids, right? Because the black kids were made fun of, and the black kids made fun of the Puerto Rican kids, right? And the Puerto Rican kids made fun of the Dominican kids, and the black kids made fun of the African kids, and that was also because that's just kind of like how that's how kids are. But if you notice, like even here today, you have people they pick on Mexicans, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, look at the Mexicans, or I'm not Mexican. Don't confuse me with a Mexican. Like being Mexican is bad.
We used to do the same. I'm not Haitian. Don't confuse me with them. That's how bad it was. We used to. It got to a point where we would not want people to know we were Haitian.
And so, how did it become polo? That was this really bonding sort of thing that people would appreciate.
Well, it's more than polo. It was a whole bunch of things. What happened is when you step out your house, you came from Haiti with Pierre Cardin and slack pants and very dressy shirts. When you go to school, the kids have baggy clothes on, and the clothes range from different designer brands, Tommy Hilfiger, Polo, Guess, Jabot, all these things. Yeah. So you had to find the freshest gear. At that time, during the 80s and the 90s, Polo was ran supreme. Polo was the brand they have. Polo and Tommy and Alpa Style too, and Nautica. Yeah. These things were the brand.
Helly Hansen.
There you go, Helly Hansen.
Perry Ellis.
Not Perry. Hell no. No.
He had a moment. All right, his jeans had a moment.
Unless you work in the office somewhere. These things were the things to have.
Yeah.
And compared to Polo to all the other ones, the Polo was the biggest brand. And if you have that, you the man. And even if you Haitian, they'd be like, look at that Haitian over there with that polo sweater. Don't mess with him. He fly. But he's still Haitian, but he fly. So you understand what I'm saying?
In the documentary, do you talk about the gangs associated too?
Yeah,
you go deep into that.
Well, we had a lot of gangs. We had the Decepticons. We had the Izod. And the Izods, the Haitians were like fools to them. They would come by our school and chase us and rob us and take our money. It got to a point where it got so bad that, the school would let us out either an hour earlier or an hour later until the whole premises is cleared. That's how bad it was. It sound funny, but it was serious. Yeah. It was serious. Because when you're at home, your parents don't know what you're going through. And when you go to the school, it's a whole different environment. It's like survival of the fittest, man.
And did your parents, process it as, look, we're here in America and we're going to get by and we came here for a better life, so you're going to suck it up? Or what was the conversation at home?
Well, our parents, Haitian parents. Haitian parents, their main focus is education. And this is why I'm in Look Street. I have a doctorate in pharmacy. And I started law school and continue. It's education. You don't come to that. We don't care. We don't want you to be a rapper. We don't want you to be a DJ. We don't care about nothing. Comedian.
Do not bring that shit in.
Don't bring that shit in the house. Your job is to become a lawyer, a doctor, a nurse, an engineer, a professor. We don't want to hear nothing. As a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons why I'm not on High 97 right now killing the 1 and 2s. Because every time I bring a turntable in the house, my father would throw it downstairs.
Yeah, but listen, let me tell you something.
Wow.
The fact that you have a doctorate in pharmacy?
Pharmacy, yeah.
Is way better than being a DJ.
I know it is.
The odds of you having an income and that polo that you're continuing to buy right now, you would not get that being a DJ at this radio station. There's 3 DJs, maybe 4, that actually make money here. The rest make money in the clubs.
Wow.
Real talk. It ain't no. This game is not for.
The truth is the truth.
Yo, they out here hustling. There's a lot of them hustling in the clubs, but when you get on this box, Hot 97 don't pay well. These radio stations don't pay well.
They once did.
They're gonna hate me out there, man.
There were people who sat in our seats once before who made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Many years ago.
I mean, we make a lot of money now relative.
Yes.
I'm saying for being an actual mixer.
Right. For
DJ.
what you dream of and think it's going to be, it's not.
Like for instance, Rosenberg. The money you make being Rosenberg on the morning show is the money. The money you make doing the thing you love, which is the underground stuff. Do you make any money for that?
No. So no, the underground stuff is all love. The only money I get is that I'm funny. Otherwise, I wouldn't make any money. The hip hop part, no, there's no money for that.
Yeah, they don't pay for that.
It's
So you did the right thing. Your father was right.
Beat me up every day.
Well, but I think the point you're making though is interesting. Is that you're saying culturally, because Haitian parents were so focused and disciplined, though it has the positive results on your academically on your life,
just like socially.
It's difficult on your life because you're encouraged to not be a part of what all the other kids are a part of.
You live 2 different lives. Just like my man Riff Mo from Money and Violence said, they didn't want us to be part of the mainstream culture. They want us to stay the same way we were or the same way we came from Haiti and just get educated and utilize the opportunities that are in front of us to become better and productive citizens. They didn't want us to wear our pants baggy. They're
right, though, guys. I know y'all think this hip-hop thing is fun. Your parents are right.
I grew up...
I wear baggy... I wear saggy pants. My mom was right. I was one of the lucky ones. Most of us ain't finna have no job where you get to dress like this and talk like this.
By now, I got it. But
when you were a kid, it was a pain.
When I was a kid, it was all about being on the Ave looking fresh to death. By the time, I kind of got in a few trouble, but I'm a good kid. I was a good kid. I listened to my parents. And
they was going to break your back.
Either that, but the funny thing is I have 4 brothers. Out of the 4, only 2 of us listened. 2 of them are renegades.
And what happened with them?
Well, they're good guys. They're just not accountants like my brother is. My brother's an accountant who managed the whole Snapple somewhere in New Jersey company, run the whole department. And I run my whole business with him. We run a family business. Right now we're about to acquire another section in Brooklyn where we're going to try to put the whole family down because I'm more into that.
But the other 2 brothers, are they?
My other 3 brothers.
3 brothers. But you said you had 2 that are renegades.
I have 3 that's renegades and 2 that's productive.
Got it.
That's me and my oldest. I'm the youngest and he's the oldest. It's crazy, right?
Listen.
Middle ones were wilding out.
Yeah. The middle ones were the one protecting me. When I have a fight, somebody picking up on me, they come and do what they had to do.
What's your most? Let's talk about the low. What's your most prized low piece?
$2,500 sweater.
What's so special about the sweater?
This is the crest. The crest, I think there's 4 different colors in it. There's the purple, which is about $5,000-$6,000 right now on eBay. There's the cream, which is kind of hard to get. There's the red one, which is also hard to get, and the blue one. This is the easiest one to get, but it's still a prize winner. And, you know, we have kids in Brooklyn or all over the world that have collection that range from $40,000 to like $5 million. And that's how deep we are into this low stuff. So the thing is, I use the low to tell a story around that. You understand what I'm saying? In terms of being a young Haitian immigrant that came here, that had to absorb all these different things to be who I am today. In terms of hip-hop, in terms of the fashion, in terms of the culture, the dialect, the ebonics, and all that stuff. There was a point in my life I could not speak straight. That's how deep I was in there.
Yeah.
But because, you know, I had educated people in my family, I remember one time I went for a job interview. The guy that was interviewing me, he asked me how much I wanted to get paid. I was so far gone in terms of assimilating into the hip-hop culture. Yeah. I said 2G. He was like, 2G? What is 2G? And then he pulled me on the side. He said, young man, I'm going to tell you this right now, and I'm not going to tell it to you again. Please go to school and educate yourself.
Because you sound crazy.
You sound stupid.
Yeah.
And I'm asking you, how that could have been an opportunity of a lifetime. You just blew away with trying to be somebody you're not. You Haitian, right? I said, yeah, son. Yeah, I'm Haitian. You know what I'm saying? What up? First of all, don't talk to me like that. You have to talk to me appropriately. And I didn't even.
This guy sounds like me.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoever this man was, we salute you, sir. Continue to do this.
And I didn't even know what he meant because I was young. I'm like, what the fuck he talking about?
Don't disrespect me.
He's messing up my whole G. You know what I'm saying?
Here we go. About to get the skin slapped off his face, and then get sent home to his father.
But lucky for me, my cousin who groomed me, who mentored me, his name is Dr. Ronalist. He was down with the D-Sep, Izod, you name it. He groomed me. And he got incarcerated once, and that was it. Now he's a PhD educational doctor in the Board of Ed, writing a program. And he's also the narrator to the first version of the film. And, you know, the lovely Miss Destin, my wife, she's the second narrator to the film.
And the film is November 1st. It is the Haitian Polo documentary, and they are articulating that being an immigrant here in America, moving into Brooklyn, and how trying to assimilate, if you will, into culture, and how polo played a part in that. Just the whole story.
Polo fashion in general, you know, from low lives to Decepticons, Izods, and G-Force, and you name it, LA, LP. We had a whole bunch of them, man.
Salute you for this, man, and thank you for coming up here to Hot 97 having this dialogue
man,
today.
I wish I could make it to the morning show.
We're here. We're here right now.
Oh, this is but that's the vlog, right?
Yeah, no, this is going to go up, but we're going to talk about it on the morning, too.
All right, that's dope, man. But a lot of people waiting to hear my voice and calling me Scripz. Are you on the radio? I mean, yo.
Trust me, a lot of people are going to see this, my dude.
It's a blessing to be here, man. I don't care where I'm at.
There you go. Nice to meet you, man.
Yo, pleasure, guys.
Thank you
and good luck.